Hi, I'm Zachariah the Druid, and I want to wish everyone who celebrates this day a happy Easter. Now, I'm making this video because I want to talk about the concept of salvation, just real quick. So it's something I've been thinking about the past week or so, and I think that as a Christian pagan, I have a unique perspective on this. Or fairly more unique compared to a lot of Christians. So, the typical Christian, or at least conservative Christian idea of salvation is that we are all destined for hell, and Jesus dying on the cross saves us from that. Whether you believe that you have to accept him as your Lord and Savior and become a Christian in order to gain the salvation, or whether you believe in universal salvation, whatever you, right? The idea is that Jesus somehow dying on the cross and being resurrected saves us. Well, I don't exactly believe that. I don't believe in heaven and hell per se. I believe in the other world, which would be just another spiritual realm that everyone goes to, and then eventually you reincarnate, or your soul does a transmigration back to the living world. So yeah, a lot of people may look at that and say, well, okay, so you don't actually believe in salvation because there's no need for it. But I just think about it a little bit differently. So ultimately, what I believe salvation is, we gain salvation first off by living in accordance to Jesus' ideals. And Jesus really only had two rules for his followers, which was love God and love your neighbor. Those are the only two rules. Everything hangs on those two rules as the core value, is that everyone deserves to be loved. So with that in mind, right, I believe that living in accordance to those ideals, loving everyone, having compassion, having empathy, that grants us salvation in this life. It grants us salvation from our own hatred. Because if you hate various groups of people, such as evangelical Christians have a tendency to do, they hate gays, they hate trans people, they hate pagans, they hate so many different types of people. They're miserable. They are absolutely miserable. They may claim to be happy, but really they are just miserable. And I know this from personal experience when I had hatred in my heart for people. And I may not have thought it was hatred. I may have thought it was just, I don't like people being stupid because I didn't understand, for example, trans people. I really didn't understand that whole deal. I thought that they were mentally ill and stuff like that and whatnot. But have since deconstructed my beliefs and come to understand that was not a good view to have. And so I do my best to love everyone around me, and it has made my life so much better. I have gained salvation from my own hatred. Really, I think that's what this day is all about, at least what it is for me. Is that Jesus died, right? And he rose again. And he has new life. You can see it as being reborn, as a new person, having a new perspective. And is alive and is much happier. And this isn't to say that you won't face adversity, that you won't face loss, that you won't have problems. I'm poor. I have money issues. I have had many losses in the past year. I've lost family members. So it has been hard, but I am happier than I've ever been because I try to love people instead of letting my hate rule my life. So that's my quick little rant about salvation.